Hello Internet, my name's Sim and this is SimSaw. I'm here today to talk about Star Trek Into Darkness. Don't worry, there will be no spoilers, just my opinionated opinion. This film is not new. I'd say that's the best thing I can tell you about it. If you liked the first one, if you liked the effects, if you liked the action, if you liked the off-kilter characterization of some of the established canon characters, you will like this. If you're a Trekkie, you will love a lot of the references, a lot of the nods to not only the original series, but the later series as well. There's references that I picked up from Next Gen and from DS9, just to name a couple. A year has passed in the timeline, and we are to believe that the crew have been working together, developing a relationship. In fact, we see the very start, the end of an away mission gone wrong, as so often they do. However, almost immediately after that, the crew is divided to the four corners of the universe, and we end up following their individual stories. Now, I, for one, was hoping for a bit more of the original flavour of Star Trek, where they came together as a crew to overcome an obstacle, which in theory they do. However, it feels like JJ Abrams has attempted to recreate the disparate coming together nature of the first film and somehow shoehorned it into a supposedly established crew. All of the reimagined and reinvented effects, the phasers, the transporter, the ship itself, they're all still there, but they no longer hold quite the awe and spectacle of that first look into this new redesigned Star Trek universe. The major gripe I have is that the characters don't seem quite as deep, if that can be used to describe them, in the first film, in this latest incarnation. Whereas some of the characters this time around do get a greater share of the spotlight, others are relegated by the plot to the sidelines, where the main characters, as it were, actually get to go off and have the adventures. Overall, I enjoyed it. However, I didn't end the film with the same sense of awe and wonder as I did the first time around. I actually rewatched 11 a couple of days before going to see Star Trek Into Darkness, and I'd say it unfortunately suffers from sequelitis, where the journey we had with those first characters actually held up the storyline more, where this time around it didn't have that crutch to lean on. This film is actually quite oxymoronic. It takes us further away from the original Star Trek concepts and tropes that we've grown up with and love. However, it also relies on a lot of cliches and nods to the original source material that somehow seem at odds with this new world that has been created for us. In fact, the references I found quite often got in the way of advancing a unique plot. Overall, if you enjoyed the first one, go see the second one and make up your own mind. I personally felt that the film didn't really know what it was and what it was doing. It was essentially trying to replicate the formula for the previous film in a new guise, and we didn't get a solid incarnation of a film out of it. Overall, I'd say this didn't have the heart of the previous one. I wonder how much of that was down to JJ Abrams' new focus on Star Wars, which is what he wanted all along. As I said, not that it's a bad film, but again, with so many things in life, I'm picking at it because I love the subject material, I love the universe, I've loved Star Trek for many years. Anyway, go see it, make up your own mind. Until next time, my name's Sim, and that's what I saw.